What's going on, boys? How you doing? Mo, Nils, Emilio, Vlad, Rav, what's going on? So beginning of OPEX week, we're on Monday. Friday is options expiration. Big day on Friday. We'll see what happens into Friday, but as far as today was concerned, very boring day. I expected a lot more fireworks. What's up, Yash? I was expecting a lot more downside, but we did bounce quite nice today. The daily candles not really telling me much. I mean, huge gap up this morning. Looks like we rejected this high over here, 469.32. What did we get up to today? And we almost got right to my level pre-market, and we were overbought. The RSI was way too high, so we started pulling back right there. Instead of hitting my, I'm sorry, we were off my number by 12 cents, guys. What's up, Arton, Mike, Sofiane, Mike, what's going on again? Fubo, I don't know, I don't watch it, I'll check it later. Maybe what's up, Ricari, Ginger's in here. So we got up to almost my level this morning pre-market. We were way overbought, and then the market just started pulling back. Today, very tame action. It's not usually like this. Mondays are usually pretty good. What's up, Gravish? But today was just super boring for me. There wasn't much happening. We went straight from overbought straight to oversold right at my resistance, and then we came to my support. We just kind of played around above it a little bit, and then a big volume sell through it. So this was the range in the morning that we were trading in. You guys always hear us talking about ranges and stuff. So the range was between 467.38 to 469.32. We couldn't stay in that upper range, and we sold off, and now we're in the lower range, right? So we traded in that lower range all day. You see over here, tried to get through, couldn't. Too low volume to get through any resistance here. Came, pulled back down, tried it again here, couldn't really get through. One candle above and then right back down. And then at the end of the day here, we tried it again, and we actually closed 2 cents above the range. That's not a very, there is a lot of volume behind it, so it could mean something. But just 2 cents above the number, I mean, you can take it as a bull break. You can take it as we're trading back in the upper range, but I don't take it for too much right now. Let's see what happens tomorrow. So just these ranges where they come from. I mean, I just take the body of the candle. I'm just trying out some new stuff here, you guys, as you know. So right now I'm just going to draw a line at the top of today's body of the candle, and that gives you the next range. So this is just the range that we're trading in right now. If we stay above 467.38, we can trade up to 468.64. If we break below it, we can go down to 465.88. So just play level to level. It's very easy. What's up, Ricky? How you doing? Other than that, I mean, market's just kind of chilling. It's waiting for OPEX or something. Today there wasn't too many moves today. Like Mondays are usually fireworks. Today we didn't get much. We did get a little bounce here, but until we're back at all-time highs, this is just a bounce, guys. We lost a lot for these 4 days here. We lost a lot, and this is not a convincing bounce yet, in my opinion. Look at this. Look at this 4-day dump off, and then look at the bounce that we got, right? Look at this 4-day dump off. Look at the bounce. Look at these kinds of bounces. Look at, so we lost right here, bounced, and then came back for a lower low. So the bounce isn't looking that strong right now to me. I think we could go lower. Just look back in history. I mean, every time that we pull back like this, there's usually a strong V-shaped bounce, but this is not a V-shaped bounce right now. It's taken 4 days, and we haven't even pulled back half of what we lost in the first 4 days. So let's see what happens. I mean, it is OPEX. We're going to stay light this week. We're going to stay nimble. Anything can happen. We could rip up, absolutely. We could rip down. Financials finally caved at the end of the day here. We were holding up the market with financials this morning. As soon as financials turned down here, around 11:05, you guys can see the action on SPY at around 11:05. 11:40 was actually when we broke through it. So let's see what happened here. 11:40 would be right here. This big red candle on XLF, big red candle, I'm sure, on QQQ as well. They all together, they all dumped at 11:40. As you guys see here, QQQ broke the support, SPY broke the support at 11:40, and XLF just knifed down at 11:40 as well. So just keep an eye on all three of those. IWM pulling back pretty much the hardest, I believe, here today. There's a lot of levels here on IWM as well. Again, remember, guys, I'm looking for the 21-day moving average retest to buy those December calls back again so we can run them again. Other than that, SPX, I was just watching this little trend line here. Broke down at the end of the day, but at the very end of the day, we did rip right back above. So let's see. Keep an eye on that one as well. VIX, we're still under $17, which is bullish for the market. As long as we're below 17, the market can keep going up. If we spike on VIX, if this is the higher low, then we can go up a lot higher and the market can come down a lot more. The reason I'm being very cautious is this TNX. So you guys, this is the yields. When the yields go up, usually tech goes down. So we had a head and shoulders forming on here. The head and shoulders broke down for 4 days straight. That's when the market ripped, right? And now we're ripping back up 4 days straight up. So the higher the yields are, the weaker tech should be technically. But right now it's not matching up. So let's see what happens. I mean, overnight we could gap down tomorrow. Just keep an eye out. Especially with yields this strong. If yields keep going up and they start to come at this high right here at 1.691, the market could be in for a bigger dip than you guys expected. I'm just telling you right now. Moderna looks like it's trying to reverse here. I mean, the COVID news was not good. Everyone's picking Pfizer over Moderna, but they have a lot of other stuff. That's what people don't understand. They have cancer drugs coming. They have HIV drugs coming. A lot of stuff. And over 237, this Moderna can really get going. There's a big gap all the way to 288. So 237, we can run all the way to 288 on Moderna. Snapchat looking great. Great reversal. Social media stocks in general looked very good today. Finally broke up over this. So this is what I'm seeing on Snap as well. So we put in a low right here. Is this a higher low? If this is a higher low, we can go and make a higher high. We need to go and retest the 21-day moving average, which is at 58. So Snap above 58, we can start talking about this gap here over 61. 58 and 61, then we can gap all the way to $74 on Snapchat. And we have leaps that are already up like 20% in a day, so I'm not too worried about those. Zoom, with all the countries going on lockdown, I think Zoom video can get a dead cat bounce here as well. The strong day today up 3.4%. Yesterday it was also up 3%. I mean Friday, sorry. And we have earnings coming up, so we might get an earnings run up here. Let's see if we can go retest this previous high of 291 on Zoom. Keep an eye on this one. When the world goes on lockdown, Zoom gets a lot more business. Pinterest, finally looking better. I mean, it made us sit through the red calls for so long before it, but now look at this. Exactly what I drew on Friday. It set a low, set a higher low, and now it put in a higher high. Is this the high, or do we get a day two continuation? The level that you want to watch for on pins right now is this gap fill area at 5140. If we get up to 5140, we can gap fill all the way to 5760. And the 21-day moving average is also right here at 47.89. We closed above the 21-day moving average today for the first time since October 18th. Since October 18th, it's the first time we closed above the 21-day moving average. Tesla finally got a little pop here. Chart still looks broken. I'm not confident on this one long term quite yet. I do have a number down at 900 where I would be much more comfortable getting long. If it does get to 900, I doubt it'll get to 900. But as Ricky said, this one can go completely sideways for months. It's done it so many times. Like, you guys see this. This is what we wait for. They just like wedge it and then they finally break it out. They wedge it for like months and then they finally break it out. And that's what could possibly be what Tesla's doing right now. It could wedge for 3-4 months here and then finally break out, and then we'll catch it later this year. But let's see what happens. Right now, the selling just seems kind of overdone. If Elon comes out with any type of positive news on Tesla, I'm sure it rockets. The shorts will get squeezed. There's a lot of people shorting Tesla as well. So let's see what happens there. Amazon very, very weak. Could not break out today. It tried and failed. So right now we're just in this little range here between 35.50. Wait, what did we close at today? 35.20 and 35.80. So that's just a little range of the Amazon. Wait till it breaks one way to take a swing position. Other than Sachs, he knows what he's doing. It was a failed breakout. Let's see if it's done. If it's done, we can pull back all the way. And anything over 32.73, anything over that is a higher low. Just remember that. So Amazon has a lot of downside possible if it does want to go down. Palantir, I'm expecting some stuff from it this week. I mean, this morning I seen a bunch of volume. I jumped in a position. T's already in. He added a second layer actually, so he's confident. It makes me more confident in my play as well. I do think this Palantir has a long way to run still. It's still a great company. The price action is just kind of weird on this one. Takes time. Boeing called out by T last week. Weekly breakout. Great. This guy's been on fire. I mean, everything he's calling out is hitting, so why not follow him, right? Boeing has room all the way to 241 still, so this one can still keep going. And when Boeing does move, it usually moves on a bunch of news, and it usually moves a far, far way. We'll do AFRM, and then I'll do Mara. AFRM, it's just kind of consolidating here. On earnings, we gapped up. Wait, what did we do on earnings for this one? We gapped down on earnings? I thought AFRM earnings were positive. Alright, never mind. Whatever happened, we came down, we touched the 50-day almost to the penny and then reversed up. Now we're just kind of going sideways. Nothing to say here. We closed below my range here, 140, 150. We need to close above 150 to get this thing bullish again. If it continues to close below 150, it's bearish. It could pull back to the 50-day once again. And look at its inflection point as well. So 150 is not only the previous support, it's also where the 21-day and the 8-day moving average are right around there. So it's going to be very hard for AFRM to get back into this range. If we do break back above 150 and above these 8-day and 21-day moving averages, AFRM can move quickly back up to 166, which is the top of the range. So let's see what happens with AFRM. Right now, I would not touch this though. Mara just absolute dump. I mean, their company is getting looked at. They got a subpoena by SEC, and then they did a share offering the same day. Is the dumbest thing a CEO can do in life, I think. So I don't really agree with that decision, but who am I, right? Whatever. Down only 27% today, right? So I don't know. This is just a completely broken chart. As we tell you guys here, upside stocks go up on stairs, they come down on elevators, and there's no better example of this Mara. So this Mara from November 1st ran up like 2 weeks in a row. It gave it all back in one day. So that's what you guys have to be cautious of. If you're in Mara, I hope you guys managed okay. Hope you guys got out. This is the highest selling volume I've seen in a long time on Mara. Probably since April of this year, April 21st. That's when Bitcoin dumped, I think. And we just broke through the 21 days. So it's a good, what I would do if I was still in Mara or I just want to learn. Last time we had this much selling volume was April 14th, right? So I would just go and I would look at April 14th. This huge selling volume. What happened in the days after? It didn't bounce right back up V-shape. So much selling pressure, so many people hate the stock, and look, 3 more days straight down. So that's a good little example of what I do looking at patterns and stuff. I think Mara will come down more. This chart's completely broken. Where does a buyer buy at? You have to think, if I'm a hedge fund guy or a rich guy, why am I buying Mara in the middle of nowhere? Just because it's down? You don't catch falling knives like that. You have to wait for a support. You have to wait for somewhere where it makes sense to buy it. So right here maybe is the support on Mara, 48.90. You got the 50-day moving average at 46.55 here. And this is probably where they start loading up Mara again, between this little demand zone. So I would watch Mara until it's under 49, and then I would start picking up calls or equity if I was to buy it. That's just my opinion. Let's check out Fubo for my dude here. Oh, looks like shit. Looks like their earnings weren't too good. Completely, holy shit, they dumped it. 23% down on last Wednesday they were down 23%, followed by another 2% down, followed by another 2% down, and today another, just barely red today. We are getting oversold, but again, just like Mara, you need a reason to buy. You can't just buy something because it's down a lot. It is in a demand area here, as you guys see, but we have dumped further. So right now, since we're below this area here, this would be the demand area for me here. Anything around $23-ish is a good price on Fubo, in my opinion. If you guys want to play the bounce, $23 is where I would draw my support, and that's probably where I'd pick up some shares or some long calls. But again, sometimes it takes a while to bottom out. You see how it just kind of based out down here and then rip. So give yourself some time. I don't like bottom fishing. I like chasing stocks that are going up. I don't like chasing stocks that are going down. Like, for example, this NVIDIA, this AMD. Look how many strong stocks there are in the market. Like even Snapchat. I love Snapchat setup here, especially with the metaverse and everything. But let's see what we get tomorrow. I mean, watch the futures overnight. I'm expecting a red open tomorrow just because yields are ripping. I already showed you guys the TNX yields. But when those are up, tech is usually down. So today was very, very weird action. We didn't get the big down move that I was expecting. Let's see overnight if we're going to gap down tomorrow morning. I do think we're going to gap down. If I'm wrong, I will probably cover some of those puts. But if I'm right, then I'll probably hold them. Thank you guys for attending. I will see you tomorrow.